Our patients, our clients deserve the very best medicine we're capable of delivering. So it's our commitment to maintain a cutting edge in the veterinary field.
We decided in the summer of 2008 that we are going to implement the Cubex inventory control system.
Before Cubex, it was a very labor-intensive system with many weaknesses. We would run out of drugs and supplies because of the system's inefficiencies.
We would order once a month. And when you order once a month for this size hospital, massive amounts of stuff would come in. And so it would take her a couple of days to put it all away, to where now we're ordering once a week. And typically a large order should take about 2 hours to put away.
We would manually have to count everything in the hospital periodically. We would manually have to check our inventories weekly to determine what drugs needed to be ordered. We would run out of drugs and supplies because of the system's inefficiencies.
I used to get notes all the time on my desk. I'd come into work over a weekend and there'd be 6, 7, 8 notes on my desk. We're out of this, we're out of that, where is this, where is that? And I don't get them anymore.
We don't have to write down on a little pad that sometimes get lost. And the other thing that happens is, if you have these pads and you're going to order from a certain company, you say, well, they'll call you on Tuesday. So on Monday, another company calls and you think, oh, I'll just give an order to them. And you don't even know the prices and you can't control the prices.
There's a lot of blame on the inventory person if things aren't going well. Anton came to us and said, hey, I've got this. What do you think? We went to go look at it. And I was already sold on it. It was just a matter of Dr. Gus deciding that it would work for our hospital.
The initial setup was like installing a new computer system.
When we first put the Cubex in and we went around the hospital and kind of gathered our inventory, it was amazing to me how many supplies were stuck in drawers and nooks and crannies and cupboards, and holy cow, do we really need all this stuff? And putting it all in the Cubex has drastically changed that.
When Sue came to me after the installation was completed and told me that our standing inventory had been reduced by 75%, I honestly couldn't believe it.
This was probably one of the best management decisions that we've made, because it's not just that you can see where everything is, you can control it. It saves us around about 10–12% on our drug inventory cost per month.
And over time, the Cubex system will make us money. I have no doubt about that.
I really like the reports because it gives you an idea of what's going on. And the aging report tells you, you've kept something in your cupboard for 6 months that you haven't used. Why are you not using it? Do you really need it? Or can you use something else just as good in that place? And I think that's a real plus for us. One of the other reports that it generates the 10 items most used in the practice. And then it tells you what you've actually spent on those products, and that way you can maybe negotiate with the vendor for a better price. Say, look, this is how much I get for a month, what about a year? What about giving me a better price? And that's another way where this cabinet can actually make money for you, not just save. And I look at it, it doesn't just save money, it makes money for a practice.
Anton and Jennifer were great. They clearly believe in their equipment. They have a great expertise. They were extremely helpful in designing the specific cabinetry to hold the unique sizes of materials that we have within our hospital.
Once you've got it organized the way you want to, after a month or so, you know that it's going to be in the cupboard. You're always in the position where you can treat that patient with the best drug available for that specific condition. So it's definitely a benefit. As the owner of the practice, I've never taken an interest to the extent I do now in the drug inventory control system, because I know how easy it is to do for us now and how well it's working. And it makes a difference to the bottom line, which is obviously very important.
It is important to every person in this hospital, from receptionist to kennel, because if you don't have what they need, they can't do their job. The staff is much more comfortable because they know exactly where it's going to be.
I just feel one of the worst things that can happen to me now is to practice without this. Then it's like going back to an ox wagon. You know, I've got to start doing all that stuff again.
To go back to the old way would be very difficult to do. You're going to be like, oh, you want me to do that? I don't think so.